We were on the plane about 20 minutes into the flight, and all of a sudden I heard like a boom.
The investigation into how a piece from an Alaskan Airlines flight blew out midair rages on. Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes have been grounded across the country after last weekend's incident.
The craft took off from Oregon Friday night when, shortly after, a portion of its fuselage detached. The piece in question is called a door plug and covers any unused emergency exits on the planes. On board the plane were 4 minors traveling alone and 3 lap babies. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured. Let's bring in Queen City News Chief Transportation Correspondent and veteran pilot herself, May-Kay Beeler, into this conversation.
Yeah, May-Kay, you know, this is a very scary situation that could have been a lot worse. Were there any warning signs before this?
There were, but let me first say, by the grace of God or fate, the way fate had it, nobody was sitting in those 2 seats next to where the door blew out. Yeah, there were potential warning signs. So just days before this incident, the pilots did have a notification in the cockpit lights indicating the cabin pressurization system, something was not quite right with it. Happened 3 times on 3 flights just prior to this one. So maintenance apparently looked at it according to reports, and they decided, well, there's a primary system, there's a secondary system, and a backup. So the backup system worked. Let's let the airplane continue to fly, but we're going to only restrict it to over land. So if there's an issue, they can land. Well, hello, if they're considering that as a problem, they probably should have grounded the airplane. Somebody could have been killed.
So there's no backup to the backup.
Right, but you did have, primary system, then that backup and another backup, and according to reports, they thought, well, the backup's working, let's just let it go till we can further investigate.
So why did the airline then allow it to keep flying? Isn't there an issue with that?
I think there's an issue with that. NTSB is investigating. It's a judgment call, not a good judgment call. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah, very much so. So, as mentioned, we've heard from several passengers throughout the past few days on what happened. We just heard one of them. Here's how also one of them recalled the incident.
The pitch forward in the cabin, and then a big gust of wind hit us in the face, and we're pushed back into our chairs. The oxygen masks fall. Eventually, there was a mist in the air that I noticed. I thought at the time it was smoke, and so I lowered my mask slightly to be able to smell, and kind of perked up and looked around, and over my left shoulder, I could see there was a big hole in the plane.
Unbelievable. Vicki Krebs was sitting 7 rows in front of where the door plug came loose. And May-Kay, this really was a very scary situation, but it could have been worse because it was at a lower altitude.
Right. So the airplane was climbing out. They were only at 16,000 feet. They had flight planned for a final altitude of 33,000 feet. Had it happened higher up, the pressure differential between inside the cabin and outside would have been much greater. It would not have been a good scenario. It would have been much more violent, much more dangerous. People could
like you see in the movies,
ripped out of their seats. And this is a reason to always wear your seat belt. But when there's that much of a difference in pressure, bad things happen, things get sucked out.
Higher up, how much time do you actually have to put on that mask? Because I've heard that you don't even have enough time to put it on once you get
from an altitude above 25,000 feet. First thing to do, pilots put on their quick donning oxygen masks. They've got to get down to a cabin altitude of 10,000 feet in less than 4 minutes. Now, they were only at 16,000 feet, so to get down to a lower altitude, it didn't have to be anything too dramatic. But had they been at 33,000 feet, we got to get down fast. Within 4 minutes to get at a cabin altitude where people could breathe, because those oxygen masks are only for like 15 minutes. You don't have air lasting forever there. You got to act quickly.
A lot of people are sitting there trying to think about what they would do in that type of situation. I don't think I'd want to relive that type of thing either.
I've thought through in my head whenever you get on a flight, okay, what would happen? But
pay attention to your flight attendants.
Yeah. May-Kay, thanks so much. And while